should, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Okay. I still move.
I didn't mean to insult you, did Well, you know, some people just don't want to go down because then they have to come back up. People a lot younger and lazier than you.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that don't want to walk.
I didn't mean that you couldn't do it. I didn't mean to.
Well, some days are better than others. But usually I would do it. I mean, I don't know how much property you have. I mean, it could be more than I visualize.
You don't have to walk around the whole thing.
Okay.
And there are trails. We have nice
Good.
wide
Okay.
trails.
Sounds nice.
It is. It's beautiful.
Where's this?
It's north of town, kind of between Galax and Freeze, off of Freeze Road. The road is called Revere, and it dead ends down at the New River Trail where those cabins are. Chestnut Creek cabins are down.
Sure would like to start building a house there soon.
Okay. Pick two.
What's the name? I know it. I don't know. Rock the Cradle Joe. How's that?
Rock the Cradle
Rock the
Joe.
Cradle Joe?
Don't start it. I've done it before. But I forgot
2
how
and
it
4 on
starts.
the. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to listen one time through.
Didn't mamas and the papas make that famous? Didn't the mamas and the papas make that famous?
Did they?
Cass Elliott, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah, they
might
sang
have.
that.
I'm getting used to scale.
They didn't write it, but yeah, they did it.
They sung it a lot. Cass Elliott, I know sung Rock Cable Joe. started out with a long note there, but then I realized that he was. Yeah, I think I heard Castle singing that a few times.
Start out and listen.
She's really good at
Challenge.
music, but she can't start tunes.
Is that it?
Clark sound really nice.
That look here.
Ginger.
Oh, my friend Miami told me he really enjoyed our conversation 2 weeks ago about the war.
I watched that on the internet. Who else watched it?
He really enjoyed that. My friend in Miami, Sean Smith, he really enjoyed y'all's conversation. It was fascinating to him because he's a documentary. He writes documentaries and stuff. And he's doing a documentary about radios of World War II. He found your conversation just interesting. It's just, it's like
I was a little worried about that whole conversation. I thought, Tony won't put that on.
he really liked that. He really liked it.
What were you guys talking about?
Remember
No,
last
you
time
were
we
talking
were here? We were talking about the Russian trip and we're all be dead in World War II.
Oh,
and everything.
right. Uh-huh.
Well-
He really enjoyed that. He was like, wow, I've never heard such history. I was like,
Oh, the man that was sitting there?
like,
No,
what?
somebody
Oh,
watched
somebody
it
on-
on
online.
Facebook.
No, one of my friends down in Miami,
Oh, he
Florida.
wasn't here.
He don't here. He was down like.
Someone we don't even know.
But he's my friend. He makes movies and documentaries and stuff. He's like, that's the most fascinating history I've ever heard in my life. I've never heard of it.
I think we were here that
So-
night.
Yes, that was
Was
really
that the
Yes.
conversation we had?
Yes.
Oh, about our trip to,
It's
Eastern-
all, I thought Tony would probably not put that part on.
Well, I put it on there. I put it on there because I was like, you know what? This
Sound
shows
like
more
that.
Galax than
I know.
anybody else.
funny.
And then my friend Sean, who makes documentaries out of Florida, he's like, I've never heard such history in my life. I'm like, oh, okay. It's just them talking.
So the documentary that he's making now is a radio program.
Not radio. Just
Put these slices in that conversation all over the place now.
The troops.
Take the pieces out of it and put it up there, and who knows where. You have to be careful.
He was really, he really liked it.
Next thing you know, the CIA will be.
That's
Somewhere.
You're on the list.
Why are we sitting here in Galax having that conversation?
So you were the one that met Dick Nixon there. We've been looking for you for 30 years. 40 years. We knew you'd find us someday.
I have a few friends who make documentaries.
And I tried to learn it on band.
They really like to hear you.
Yeah,
Listening to
even
you
as a
guys.
Russian beef
The
now.
close
You did it then, didn't you? Yeah, back that early.
I have a few friends who make documentaries for a living. They really like to hear the history of this area.
This was not the history of this area.
Well, I mean, they like to see this kind of people, and then whenever they talk about life exposure, that's what they like to hear.
We are not native to this area. We just
I know.
fell in here.
They know you're my customers, and you know you're my relatives. And so they're like, oh.
But we are innocent. Everything has had a reason for happening that way. It's totally innocent.
Yeah, that is fun. Well, it has some chord progressions.
Yeah.
Note progressions.
You know what we used to call that?
What?
Texas quick step.
we didn't call it Texas stuff. No, that's not, what is it called though? It's called-
Rachel?
Rachel? Oh, it's, oh, okay. But maybe we did. But there was another Texas Quick Step. It was in C. Well, anyway,
I was telling Melvin, I think I learned that from you guys back about 1980.
probably.
And I remember having a heck of a time trying to figure it out.
And this, you're doing something that I didn't entirely get. Yeah, there's a little twist in there I didn't quite get.
Okay.
Wiggles is doing very well.
Right.
She's great.
How's your wife's foot?
Oh, that's pretty much healed. She's good. She's in good shape right now. So she's doing fine.
Oh, that was slow.
And you got your new place, right?
Oh, we have a new place.
That's what
They have your new
See,
place.
it's really
That's
nice.
what-
It's really sweet. It's very pretty. We really lucked out, got it. Turnkey, nice house.
Oh, isn't that great?
And something the windows are, it's
Probably
very
go out
open.
before it
and,
didn't have a tune
it
play.
has a whole field.
They can't tune a banjo
Oh,
anyway.
beautiful.
They're
Very
untunable.
nice.
It's hard to find what you want sometimes. It's not-
Well, it really fits my personality so well.
Very good.
That peacock rag.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. That's a different kind. Do you know all the chords in that?
Yeah, I do. I think it goes D, is it D7, E, A, and then back to D.
Yeah,
If that's the right song, maybe.
yeah, yeah.
But that's the B part or something.
That's why Helen likes it on the auto harp. It's got a lot of buttons, a lot of chords. Never can start the darn thing now.
But that's it starts. That's the B part, I think.
Is that it?
I cheat a little bit, but yeah, it's a big jump. Yeah. If you use the noter, that would be easier, right? He plays chords.
I don't know. That might be tough. It depends. Sometimes the fingers are easier because you can just kind of
Yeah,
toggle.
I just
You
can't
guys played
stretch that.
Stringbean Mountain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the best lap dulcimer player I ever saw was Stringbean Mountain.
Ray Melton, the guy's name.
Raymond.
Oh, right.
He could zoom up and down that neck like,
Always looking up like that, smiling right
Yeah.
there.
yeah, I only saw him once. It was in '75. I was down here one summer before I moved down in '80. And he was, I guess, still alive then. I don't know,
He died in 85.
'85.
He played at the 85th convention and then he didn't make the 86.
And he played every one of them except one till 77, I believe it was. 76 or 77,
Yeah.
when they cleaned it up.
After stomping 76 year, remember that's when
Yeah.
they cleaned up? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that year, his competition was usually about 2 o'clock
Yeah.
and in the morning.
Yeah.
And so we got out there and we played from 6 o'clock till midnight.
Oh.
Well, me and Raymond went up there to that little shack bathroom,
Yeah.
and I went in there and I finished and I come on out. And he was still in there. Well, he come out, whenever he got finished, he come out in the log out.
I remember this story. Yeah, they told this story. Yeah.
And
We were planning to go on home. I think we told him we were going to go on home.
well, we did go.
Right, and we did go home.
And then me and Dee and Harold Dillon and Ike Frost all got on the stand and testified that Raymond didn't have anything to drink from 6 o'clock till midnight. And this is about 10 minutes after midnight. They got it. And you know, that judge still found him guilty of drunken public.
And he missed his competition.
Yeah, missed his competition. I begged Raymond to take it to court, higher court, and beat it and sued the town together.
What was it? He just tripped or something?
No, he just staggered.
He's old, he
We
was
sat there
old.
from 6
And
o'clock
sat
till
there all
midnight.
that time.
Oh, yeah.
And him 70 years old. And
It was from 7.
Right. I was just wondering.
well, a 70-year-old man sat there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
He had a heart condition.
Yeah, he had a heart condition. He did take a heart pill that was a narcotic at 9 o'clock that night. But that should
There was
wore
a
off
prescription,
at
yes.
12 o'clock anyway.
But didn't
Well, I
they
noticed
give
my
him that
balance
test
isn't
that
what it used to
they
be.
recognize?
Oh, I don't know.
When
When
I'm walking,
this was
you know.
75.
If I was to have to walk the straight line in a driving test,
Uh-huh.
they would charge me with drunk, being drunk.
So this guy walked out of a,
Walked out of the bathroom and staggered a little bit.
well, where were you?
Galax Park,
Yeah,
fell
that's
apart.
There's a public bathroom down the bottom there.
Yeah, okay, well, public, back that bank of bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a policeman there?
That place is full of policemen.
Well, they were walking 5 abreast through the park.
They was cleaning it up.
They
See,
bothered the poor guy. I don't know, that's kind of,
Which year was that?
76.
I imagine 3/4.
So that's a year
half the
after
people
the
down
big-
there probably.
The
drunk late
same
night.
year. I think.
Earlier that
Same.
summer, there had been a big hippie-type festival over somebody's farm, and it disturbed the natives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they got-
they was doing all kinds of things. They was going swimming just naked as they could be out in the creek.
Stopping people's flowers.
Yeah.
It was close to when that other, what's that? It was not, Woodstock was still in the air.
Hmm.
Stompus in 76.
76, Stomping in 76. So, see, the Fooders Convention come that same year later on, and so they hired a whole slew of people to come in and clean it up. And I think the Hells
They
Angels.
get a
was
70-year-old man.
helping.
Oh,
If they hadn't cleaned it up, it would have been over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was that bad?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was getting where you didn't want to
They
walk
had
around.
every jail full, Independence, Witt full, Galax, Hills full.
Oh,
And they run out of space to put them in, and they pull a tractor trailer down there and take them and put them in back into that trailer, and would hold court there and fine them $10 and take them to the gate.
No
So he was
kidding.
one of them.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, but the convention was getting really crazy. And, they allowed dogs in there, and you can imagine there was big dogs and big dog fights, and it was getting crazy. And, like, I remember particularly one time, I just walked past and somebody raised the trunk of their car, and it was full of crate after crate of whiskey bottles. The whole trunk of the car was just
Goodness
booze.
gracious.
Yeah,
well, they had the stables back then.
the stables, and they reeked of marijuana.
And if you walk
Oh, I was gonna ask, was it
You
alcohol,
walk-
so it was drugs?
along the back fence, the stables were there, and it was threatening to me.
Yeah.
I was a pretty good hippie in those days, but yeah, it was threatening.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Berkeley for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And this was still worse than,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was still more scary than anything I was around.
And they just, down at North Line, what's that big place?
Yeah, where they had the
Union Road.
yeah.
They closed it down.
Dan Williams told me about that when he played down
Yeah,
there.
it wrecked that.
They were all down in the tall grass, doing things they shouldn't. Dan Williams said.
I went down there one time, it was before we were married, I went with a couple of school teachers. And we had brought some lunch with us, and when we got our lunch out, a whole bunch of hippie sort of people came and squatted down around us and watched every bite we took.
Are you kidding?
Oh, my
They wanted us to
goodness.
share the
How
food,
creepy.
It was creepy. And then we went down, they had an enormous tent, bigger than the Galax tent, okay? And the music was down the bottom of the tent. Well, it was nice in the afternoon. We staked out a spot near the stage. But when the tent got full, I got really nervous.